Ukraine used British cruise missiles in devastating Sevastopol attack, UK confirms. Devastating is a word, I don't know that I would use that exactly, but what they took out was a Kilo-class submarine, and I think the next clip will show you the sub that was actually taken out, the Rostov-on-Don. If you can put that on. The Rostov-on-Don was taken out. It was in there for repairs, and satellite photos, which I don't have here, show that it looks like it was either pretty damaged or completely out, and a landing ship was taken out. More significantly, perhaps, is that apparently a S-400 air defense system was taken out, and those cost a couple of dollars. So that is certainly pricey.
What they're trying to do is avoid political blame. Everybody knows what everybody's doing, but there's lines, political lines. There are military lines, but there are political lines too. So this is to protect the political line of, we really didn't do it. It's not our fault. These missiles just happened to be in the hands of Ukraine, and they went and they bombed a shipyard, damaged a couple of ships. But symbolically, I think it's a big deal. I think there's always a danger. You can't say this is a decline in the problems they have over there.
While this is a significant and costly blow to Russia in Crimea, it's not a strategic shift. It won't change the outcome of the war. And I think everyone pretty much agrees with that. It's a tactical victory, not a strategic victory. But what it is, and this is the first thing you said when we started talking about it, it's pretty good PR. And they're going to come back after this and say, look, we took out their most significant targets in Crimea. How could you withhold this $24 billion just when we're really starting to show some promise? So I think because we know that the missiles came from the UK, and we know that the intelligence and targeting came from the U.S., this was all very carefully put together.
You know, when they come for the money, the Ukrainians or the supporters here, the lobbyists that lobby for weaponry, and also the political lobbyists that are involved, they couch it in such a way where that if you don't go along with this, and this technique is used all the time, you're not patriotic.
Yeah.
You mean, this is really serious stuff. Why aren't you defending, truth and justice? Well, it's because people are becoming leery. They're not ever sure of it. And I was mentioning to you a little while ago that, interesting enough, grassroots America has sort of had a shift. And it may lead to, they had a little trouble passing the budget the first go around, and there's been lots of division now in the Republican Party over it. The Democrats have their division, but it's not over money, because the Democrats all say, you just print it, everything will be okay, and deficits don't matter. But they do, and I think our foreign policy matters. I think that we plant a lot of bad seeds out there, and the weeds are growing, and we have a mess here, and we don't pull out the weeds. What we do is we just fertilize them more with bad things, and this is just another example. And you point out the one possibility is that it's not an accident. It's strategic, and it might help to get the next bill passed.
Yeah, well, as you say, the numbers aren't there. We know that. We've talked about the polls. Republicans overwhelmingly reject any more aid to Ukraine. Overall, the United States rejects any more aid to Ukraine. So the numbers aren't there. So what they're trying to do is tempt them with these kinds of circuses.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's all about. We are over the Black Sea with our surveillance. We're watching, we're targeting, we're passing it on to Ukraine. And the age-old question that we always ask is, what if someone were doing it to us? What if someone were helping the Mexicans or the Canadians target D.C. or something? How would we feel about it?
I was sort of thinking the same thought as we go along. And I was looking at that map, and I thought, what if those lights were at the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I think America is on the wane, because I think we burn a lot of bridges, and we burn a lot of money, and we're not so rich and we're not so powerful anymore. And the only good benefit from this negative aspect of what's going on is people are more willing to question.